Hey everybody, Happy New Year. First video for the channel here. Just want to say there's a bunch of content coming from the shows, from the Rewind and from the podcast. So if this is your first time checking out the channel, please do like, subscribe. Content drops pretty much every day here. But for the first video of 2025, I wanted to talk about Nosferatu. I managed to see this yesterday at the premiere, one of their first showings in Dublin. And it was real bad. Real bad. Look, obviously, this is the first movie, first big movie of the year. It's a Robert Eggers movie, so you kind of know what you're getting. You're getting a kind of slow, visually stunning movie that has a lot going on. But this is a miss, genuinely. It's a kind of loose retelling of the very famous Nosferatu movie that came out in the 20s. Or it didn't come out in the 20s, it was actually lost for years and they found it in a bin, so I believe. And it's a silent film, 1922. You can see it online. It's really, really famous. But this is a loose retelling of it. Obviously, it's been expanded. A lot of it was inspired by Bram Stoker's Dracula. And, so you kind of know what you're getting with this movie. The cast, look, first of all, the cast is great. They do a really, really good job. Nicholas Hoult is really good. Bill Skarsgård as Nosferatu is great. Aaron Taylor Johnson and William Dafoe, fantastic. Dafoe is always really good, and I think working with Eggers as well, like he really steals the entire movie. To be honest with you, but Aaron Taylor Johnson. Obviously, we talked about Craven on the channel. I liked Craven. A lot of people didn't. Um, he's like the linchpin of this movie and does some great work. Really, really enjoyed it. But I think where this movie falls down, it's not the cast, it's not the costumes, which are great, it's not the setting, which is unbelievable. The sets are brilliant, practical effects. The actual cinematography in this movie is super good. Like it's as Nicholas Hoult is traveling to Nosferatu's castle to basically do to sign the documents, because the whole plot is Nosferatu wants to, like, he's a count and he wants to buy a house in the locality that our main characters are in Germany, in Wisburg, Germany. And that's kind of the cover to get him to go. Turns out it's an occultic ritual to summon Nosferatu to the town um, so he can meet up again with this young girl called Ellen, who they were betrothed, or she sold her soul to him or whatever, a couple of years ago. And it's all a ploy to get their marriage to break up. And as he's traveling to the castle, it looks like something from a dark fairy tale. It's visually incredible. Like, it's as a collection of scenes, it's one of those movies where you're like, okay, this was really, really good. I really enjoyed it. Um, but where it falls down, and look, I could be in the wrong here. And if I am, let me know in the comments below. But the movie's boring, like very, very boring. It's long, it's protracted, and there isn't enough to kind of keep it from dragging. Usually with these kind of movies, again, look, I'm no stranger to Robert Eggers, but there wasn't enough in here to justify it even being remade, in my opinion. It's a movie that has nothing to say. It's a movie that doesn't actually mean anything. And look, I know some people think, oh, it's brilliant and it's fantastic and that. It's when the movie ended, and look, mild spoilers ahead, but again, you can't really spoil a movie that where nothing happens in. Um, Basically, Ellen summons Nosferatu, and she tricks him by having sex with him to stay there until the sun comes up, and then they both die, and the movie ends. And when the movie ended, there was just silence in the theater, and the theater was packed again because it was like opening premiere night in Dublin, New Year's Day, and yeah, the people were like, "What the hell was that?" You know, and not in like that movie was so incredible, or disturbing, or like, I've been in movies before where that's happened. Men comes to mind, where it wasn't a packed cinema. There was like 4 people in it, and everyone's like, "What was that?" In a weird way. This movie was just boring, and there's worse things that movies can be in certain ways, but at least you have something to talk about. With this, once you watch it once, I don't think you'll ever come back to it. I'd be surprised if I ever watch this again, and that's sad because, like, the Norseman was good, or the Northman was good. Sorry, the Witch was good, the Lighthouse was good, and you can rewatch them. There's some rewatchability, but this is just plodding, bloated, boring. And I mean, look, if you've seen it and you think I'm off base, or you think something was there that I didn't see, please let me know. But look, there's better movies to watch. There's better ways to experience the vampire story than this. And look, I was talking to someone earlier on today who was a big fan of it, and I was like, go play Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. That's probably still the best way to experience the vampire story. Now, I know it's in a modern setting, but this, again, if you want something that kind of tells the story a lot better, Bram Stoker's Dracula by Francis Ford Coppola is a much better film. Something actually happens in that film. And that's the one I'll go back to. I don't think this is one that I want to watch again. That I don't regret seeing it, but I kind of do. It's just, it wasn't good. I don't think I think it's going to be a flop already. The budget was 50 million. So far it's made 51 million. So it needs to make a lot more money to not be a flop, but I think we're looking at a quite significant flop here. But that's what I thought of the movie. Again, if this is your first time checking out the channel, please do like, subscribe to the video, and leave your comments below. Again, I could be off base, but I don't think I am from a lot of people who I've talked to, and particularly from the reaction inside the theatre. When a packed theatre just sits there in stunned silence, something either went really well or really badly. So I don't think I'm too off base. But let me know what you thought in the comments below, and we'll see you on the next one.